Afternoon, everybody. As always, just wait a couple of minutes and get started. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Only got a few people joining just now. Good afternoon. Sure, pretty average Monday, I think, probably is the best way to put it. So I'm not sure we're going to be finding anything that's going to sort of trade the century at the moment. It's been looking a lot of the day, and it just doesn't seem to much to be happening. Some of the earlier trades we had over the weekend, some being stopped out in the profit. It has gone up, the dollar's weakened, so it might go up a bit further to set up another opportunity to sell it back down again. But I'm a little bit iffy of joining now. The pound dollar's looking right for sell, so euro dollar. But with the DXY down there, a lot of the decisions seem to be coming about. I'm a bit iffy about joining it. The Nasdaq has been actually quite surprisingly fairly consistent. 10.5 to 11,000 mark. It could pull back from here, but yeah, I think it's just a bit of resistance here or support if you're going short. It could come back, but mine's a bit sort of iffy today, to be honest. I remember it's a trading day, not a trending. There's no economic fundamentals coming out today. So even the opening of the American markets, I'm not sure it's going to be much. But if there is, and you like the Nasdaq, I do be honest, see some downside there, as you can see on the hourly. It's popped its head up. It's held around on the hourly times 200 and seems to be coming off. So I expect there might be a bit of downside with some. I'm trying to agree. Technically, who wants to stick their neck out and go for this one? I'm not sure I'm going to. But I do see a bit of downside. Come back to the moment. I just want to go to the S&P in the meantime, because more some. It did pop up. Some guys again were stopped out in a profit. As it came off nicely, decided to jump back up again. Might come down here. Maybe look at it again if wants to do it. Maybe it might be a slightly better opportunity on that. So do the daily chart. Seems to have a little bit. Still the 15-minute okay, quickly. Just want to look at the yields. Remember, high yields, lower share price. Yeah, come off a bit, down from 4% down to 3.92. Might get a bit of pullback from here. Yeah, you need to stop up here at just over 3.8. Take it down to maybe down there somewhere. Possibility of a bit of downside on this one. Can't say I'm exactly that excited about it. It's been one of those Mondays, I'm afraid. Even the sun's not shining particularly well. Hey? But if you like the look of it, just let me know. We can have a look at it more depth if you want. Same with the euro dollar. We'll start with that. Up again here. Seems to be range traded. What is the range? Is it enough to be looking at? Seems to be range trading at the moment. 87 pips, not a bad range. Anyway, it seems to be range trading. It's gone back up again. Might be an opportunity to go for another short. Just things make me not that excited, apart from the fact it's been a pretty dismal day, I think, just shares that it is. It's 113 on the DXY, has not held. It's come down to 112.50. I see now some buyers are coming in, but I get the price is drifting a little bit. But yeah, I do see a bit of a pullback on that. If you do like it, well, as I say, I would say it looks like a chance for a pullback on that. How's it, Adele? Good to have you here. Yeah, I see you have a bit of a pullback on that. I see probably get a bit of a pullback on the GBP USD as well. A quick look at that. See where I'm coming from? Similar setup. I think the pound and the euro is going to come off from there, give an opportunity. So you can look at that if you like, look at it in more depth. 4 hours just shut up there. Any sign of a candle that's giving any confirmation? Not much as yet. Holding on for a moment or two. I'd like to see a bit more movement at DXY. But I think there's a possibility of those 3 coming off on the NASDAQ if you can afford it. Gold looks like it might have gone up to these sort of levels here. To the same possibility of a bit of a pullback here. So some opportunities cropping up. I just find the market drifting a little bit. And the one that's really confusing the hell out of me is this one. This, in theory, shouldn't be there. We just had a sacked, after only a very short period of time, Chancellor. The guns are out for the Prime Minister, who's only been there dog's watch. So that, to me, strikes instability. No? Am I missing something here? The only thing I can guess at, which is a pretty feeble guess, is the fact that maybe the market doesn't like Truss or the old Kwasi Kwarteng, I pronounce his name. At least I can pronounce Jeremy Hunt, make life easier. And decide that's good news. I don't know, but it just seems incredible. It's not even as good news. Making in either direction. Canadian is strong. What on earth is doing up there? I do not know. So you can ask you like, but I'll say I don't know. Makes no sense. It should be coming off down here, some if anything. As I say, remember when NENE, remember he was given the boot by what's his name? What happened to the rand? It went from about 15 to about 19 to the dollar. Well, I think even 20 at one stage. Hi guys. So strange, yeah. Yeah, if you modified it, yeah. The guys who did the GBP, all those were all under profit, modified, you stopped out in a profit. Remember everything, you stopped out, SL lost in the profit section. Yeah. Still on a loss, a different story. SL profit. So yeah, what this is beyond me. So if you want to flick a coin and buy it or sell it, I'll leave it to your capable hands. But I do see, maybe wait for confirmation. So it's been one of those days, but I would say the NAS, S&P, Euro, and the GBP and gold, I do see some downside coming in. Despite the fact the dollar's come off a bit, but I just still feel that's going to be fairly temporary. Sorry, that's about the most exciting I can come up with. Yeah. You didn't miss much this morning, I'm afraid, either. Okay, what Brent doing? That was doing beautifully earlier on. That side up pop up again, a bit sideways. One good thing about it is now in the sell area below these two. So that's good news. So it's popping around down to 90.30. Actually, get to nearly 90 at one stage. Yeah, 90 early on today. Not bad. I thought, yeah, I'm getting some movement here. It just decided to pop up. I don't know. So yeah, I think I'm just looking at that. The buy and sell a bit in equilibrium. I'm not sure what the next move's going to be. We didn't, Mike. Oh yeah, we did, but I was against it. Might have done well, but I was against it. But some guys liked it. EUR AUD as a buy. I wasn't keen on it at all, but it might be doing all right. Let's check it out. 1.5610. It's come off a bit. It's about 20 odd pips into the negative, but I wasn't keen anyway. So I'm not sure how many people took it. I think only a couple of people took it. That's why I got it written down. But I stress it, I was against it. But I'm prepared to be wrong. I can go for the Euro JPY, and that turned out to be a beaut. Is it? So yeah. Can't say I'm that excited with the market today, to be quite honest. I haven't sent a single trade out to anybody. When they've asked, I've said nothing. If I find something, I'll let you know. And I haven't found anything, to be honest. So, Mike, you didn't miss much this morning. A little bit worried. You might not be missing too much this afternoon. But if we can get that DXY to start moving back, see what we're trying to do, we might get that euro and GBP against the dollar and maybe have a look at the gold and the S&P. And that should be left to those guys who want to trade it. I can give them advice, but I think we'll put up as an idea. She jumps around. Well, I can, but I mean, only for those. And the Dow as well, same sort of story. Hey, Anya. Please, I think the Dow should be those for at least, preferably 10, but at least 8 grand. Certainly not for guys in highly leveraged, very small accounts. That's just saying to me, please, margin call me. The Saudis are still dragging their heels about increasing production. They seem to be sticking with their decrease of anything. I personally think the Saudis are showing disrespect to Biden. As you know, he went over there and they didn't seem to show much respect, I'm afraid. He probably went cap in hand, actually. He did a fist bump, shame. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, those are possibilities if you like to look into more depth. If you can come up with something. I have to say, I'm a little bit stymied this afternoon on something for you. It happens that way. Those who've been around me long enough know we've had the odd day like that. It's not fun. It's just a paint drying job. It does happen. That's why you just have to sit in your hand, find something else to read a book, do some shopping, get on with that. But it's just been one of those days rather not. Very rare I don't get at least one trade out from the trading room altogether, like a forum, but today, not one I've sanctioned personally. Euro AUD I didn't sanction personally, but yeah. GBP CHF was something we had last week. What's that pretty popped up? Might have been stopped out on that one. And a profit because it wasn't a profit after giving us a bit of a kick. 1273, the wrong way, so you've probably been stopped out. Should have been stopped out in the profit. It's worse than entry, so we would have been stopped out on that one. So those trades, I'm not going to go over them again. All done. Euro CHF, I think it's still in operation. Not much happening there. Bouncing around. Just it gets going, jumps back up again. Just irritating anybody in those trades rather than helping them. Just as it gets going and pops back up again. So just there. Sorry, but I'm just being upfront. Can't come to something out from nothing. I think hang 5 on those trades. I was looking at the DXY on my other screen, it's starting to come off again. I think hang 5 on the gold, the euro, and the GBP. I think even the S&P. The Nasdaq thought it might get 11.11.1 might come off, but is it? Might continue up. I don't think he knows what he wants to do, actually. Remember, the buyers and sellers more correctly don't know. I think they're looking for it, but then even they're not sure. The volumes are down. That's just indecision. The traders want to go, but they're seeing indecision. So I think they're holding back a lot. So the volumes are down quite a bit. Okay, so that sort of makes sense. It was coming off a bit, but if you like it, I do see downside. The range trade, just don't go in too big. All of them at the moment, I think it's probably the best one for a short. Can we get above here? It's a long way away. I want it above there, so we're $20. So you can't take it down to 1650. That's not going to crack it. You'll take down about 1620 to make it work. And a tighter stop, you can feel like, I suppose, but it's a great idea. Yeah, I want above 1680. And they're talking $17, so you got to reach about 25. So you got to go at least below 1640. We haven't seen that lately. But even this one, we want to see get a better price. I'm not sure I'll be chasing them. Yeah, I think the math's going to be against you. The stop's going to be too tight. That's my opinion, anyway. Sorry, guys. To start off this, I thought we might get some action after the American markets open, but that's seemed much the same. And for once, I've had a fundy-free day, which is pleasant, but now I'm a bit annoyed because we want to fund you almost to help us get a direction. But we've got nothing today at all. It's very quiet. Okay, just to say that up front. So any ideas, anyone discuss, anything you want to discuss on the knowledge basis, setting charts up or anything like that, or clarification? Remember, it's a clarification, it's not training per se. Mentioned that before, that's for the classes. But I can certainly help you with strategies or anything like that. You want to discuss you're not sure of, any lines you're looking at, don't understand them, or why they should be there, or how to save charts, or anything like that. If you hear me talking about something like DXY, do you know what I'm talking about, please ask, I'll copy and paste for you. Because unless you find a trade, I'll take precedence, but I'm sorry, I can't. So it might be a bit quiet, quality time with your children, maybe. Luckily, I'm going to be load shedding today. Well, I have 10 o'clock, but that's not, that's fair enough. It's a bit of a gloomy day, so I'm going to bring up the gloomy news I saw on which I subscribed to Business Times about this Transnet strike and the effect of it. It's a bit of a doom and gloom thing, but it's hectic. These guys, before they even negotiate for the strike, which is holding up all the ports, they say they want guarantees of no job losses as well as increased pay. But they're not even doing their job. Anyway, yeah, so the ports have come to a standstill, so they reckon they're going to be short in the shops coming up in the next week. As the shops run out of stock, I mean, they've got to replenish that stock. But if you can't import the stuff from the, I know the local stuff they get, but the transports, even local stuff, they have to get individual guys breaking the strikes to do it themselves or hiring in desperation. But the transport base is Transnet is transport. You can't get the goods to the shops, so you can go and buy them. Now you've got a problem. And the fuel's going to have to go up, and the transport of fuel to get there might be a problem as well. I mean, you can't, the pumps can't give you the fuel because they haven't gotten space of the product replenished. Simple and no more complicated than that. It's a far more fluently put than I put. There's an article on it in Business Day, and it's not good. And the government at this stage just adapt the tom to do this sort of thing. It's talk about stabbing yourself in the foot. Are they insanely stupid, some of these people? It's unbelievable. I see down the line coming in, but we'll be chasing it now. I'm going to be chasing it now. We're going to put your stop. But I think there's a very good chance to get 150. If not just say off the top of my head, just say the last couple of trading room days since Wednesday, I didn't say that. But I couldn't find an entry to go in on it, so I don't want to get a signal out. I wanted to get around about 144, 45 area, but it was 146.50, and I just thought it was a bit late to chase. But setting guys in it obviously hold, but yeah, I see 150 on it. Japanese mentioned this week, and they have to be dovish because the debt problems they've got, they can't increase interest rates. So yeah, might pull back a little bit to get an entry, but it's going to pull back a while for me to be too keen to join it. So right now, it's just indecision. There's no big fundamentals, and there's indecision out there. Anyway, if you think about that, just bear in mind that there might be some food shortages coming in next week. Yeah, I'll get a few. Later on in the week, we get some stuff from the markets, that's for sure, but at the moment, not. And I thought we might get a bounce on the dollar, but we're not. It's coming off again. So I think just stay clear, even gold at the moment. Never mind euro, GBP. And the S&P, I think might be going up a little bit still. Yeah, that coming off. it should have a bit of a tailwind on the indices and shares as well. Gas, I'm on Select my profit. Do they speak Hungarian? Okay, so anybody to add to that little synopsis I just mentioned there? Any ideas? Anyone to discuss? I can discuss it if you like. There's no problem there, but I'm not going to force trades. That's for sure. That's correct. Yeah, I strongly suggest you have them because they are internationally used, so often self-fulfilling. I strongly suggest you have the 50 and 200. The blues are 50 and the browns are 200. Simple. Applies to all charts, whether it be 15 minutes or 15 weeks, if you see what I mean. Weekly, day, the whole lot. Yes, we bounced back up again, falling dollar and the yields coming off. I'm not very surprised there. Had a big move down. I wouldn't watch them down as much as the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, as remember, hit Fibonacci, 618 Fibonacci retracement going back to COVID, the beginning of COVID, a couple of so years ago. And it came down to 10.5 on the knock and then banged up again. So yeah, probably get a bit of pullback soon, but I wouldn't be touching it right now. How's it, Chepo? I was going to wait to get a bit more confident direction. Technically speaking, that's a sell at the moment, but we might get a jump up. Because it's so volatile, it could jump 200-300 points before it comes off. Could be hectic. What's it last year? We still got it. Hit the stop. What time was the stop loss? That's another surprise. I mean, you're going to winter there. What the hell is it coming off for? Go figure. But anyway, let's have a look. The gas. Where's it in gas? Excuse me. And gas, we had the stop at 6.386. Yeah, maybe stopped out. I just don't understand again what that's doing now there. And what's it doing in the sell zone, going into winter when they need the product? And there's a bit of a shortage of it as well, you know, for the Ukraine war. So anyway, go figure. Happens sometimes. On end gas, absolutely. Yeah. I totally agree with you on that. On that long term, but absolutely. Yeah. I just don't think there's anything particularly scientific about it. I think it's just basically lack of direction, and everyone, including the pros, are not sure which way the market's going to be. So the volumes are down, they're just a bit hesitant. Is it your stop loss? That's why you're here. Okay. I'm sure to make of that. Fair enough. Okay, sorry, I can't come up with a bit more exciting, but I think rather face the truth as it is, rather than some way of putting it to try and cheer you up and then make it worse by jumping to something that's going to come back and bite you. Just say, stick with the ones you got. Be a little bit careful today anyway of jumping in new, unless you can spot something and share it with us. Bloody Brits. Yeah, funny. Yeah. Well, the Conservative Party is they'd be a landslide, they'd be out. Old Churchill must be rolling in his bloody grave on this one. Yeah, I said I'd hold back before you start shorting it. The guys did take the short, would have been stopped out at profit. I'd hold back. There you are. Well, the DXY's come off. it popped up a bit half an hour or so ago, or 15 minutes ago, should I say, and then started going back up again. Serious to sell, but I just hold 5 on that. Well, it's measured in dollars, so yeah, I suppose a dollar really. Yeah, so there it is. Any questions you'd like to ask? Anything you'd like to join in on? A bit of clarity? Because as I say, unless you think of a trade, I can't think of one. So maybe do a bit of lessons or something without trampling on the feet of the guys who bought the course. Honestly. Because that's what we can do. And you're in here now. If you want to spend some time on that, I can certainly do that on your request. But unless this strike comes to an end, by the way, again, I might get tip next time you get to do weekend shopping like I do. Might be an idea to stock up a bit. I think going to next week, unless they sort this strike out, there could be some shortages. Because say the ports are closed. And not just that, the trucks have got to get the stuff from A to B, even if it's built on the farm, if it's produced on the farms. Might be an idea to fill your car up as well from that. Petrol price, a bit of extra good news going up again, I think, with this very weak rand. Surprised the rand's not a bit weaker actually with all this going on. What's it, only about 18.10, it'll be up to about 19 with where it's going. Load shedding looks like it's starting to increase. Spend another lot of money. It's not produced any results there, which is not their money, borrowed money. My 3-year-old child could run the system there, I'm pretty sure. My imaginary 3-year-old child is. Now, I think the only reason that rand's strength a little bit is the dollar's come off. It's now dropped to 112.37. So careful of gold and anything at the moment. Just stand by. Ready to rock and roll when it goes and it starts to fly. We've had several good trades out this last few days. Last few days, Thursday, Friday, etc. So let's keep our hit rate okay. Any major questions, Adele, Petra, anyone like that? Fanu? Anya? I think even Zeph, you think go figure, yeah? So if you want instruction time, I'm prepared to do it. You're a JPY. Well, ask Zeph, it was his trade. I wouldn't be chasing it now. Well, Zeph almost certainly would have, incredible. Well, I know he's told me he's put his stop up. Great. I must admit I didn't take it, but anyway, he put his stop up. But certainly, I personally wouldn't touch it now. To me, that ship's definitely sailed. Silver weekly, monthly. Sure, bloody hell. There's some upside potential looking at history if you want it, but Petra, I wouldn't know. Well, if you want to sell the FTSE in the DAX, they're less volatile than the Nasdaq. You can, but as I say, It's similar. We'll have a look if you like. Yeah, they're all looking for sell. All of them waiting, but just don't jump in right now. Sure. Clearly, yeah, it'll be hectic, but the RR. Yeah, I think the German, call it German 30 on here, not the DAX. Yeah. Certainly some setting up. We've got half a dozen, I think, setting up for abuse, but just keep the powder dry and wait for the opportunity. Just some impatience, I think, at the moment is required. I think there's a question there in this. Stop, I hear something. And we're not out of the wars yet. I'm still short the rally, but I'm getting a decent price to go in on. That's the problem. Start with Boeing. Okay, funny. Yeah, it's gone up a little bit. Boeing, price are high on fuel, etc. It's got there. That's a possibility of some downside on that one, yeah. I don't know the rally is going to be sustained. That's not a bad idea. Quite like this one. Just pull that one out of the hat. I think that's not bad. What could we put the stop at? Let's look at the weekly. Similar 4 hour. That seems to be holding around these levels. Hey, any action on the 1 hour? 15 minute. Let's look at the. I know it's not part of the Nasdaq, but look at it anyway quickly. Nasdaq seems to come to a quiet. Look at that. Zoom in a bit. Or out where it is. In. Yeah. It's coming off a little bit. So yeah, S&P. It's part of the S&P and I think the Dow as well. Yeah. So it's starting to come off a bit. Maybe you want to try the S&P. I see downside in S&P. That's the one I think is possible to go in this afternoon as a short. Anyway, BA, we're on shares now. Put them on daily. Stop out the way. What's that? $2.30. Is that enough out the way? Where was the last there? September, October, about a month ago. 139.35, about $4. Take it down to here. That's $9. Yeah, take it down to there. I think we got something there. I quite like this as a short. Right, it's quite simple. I'll put the stuff on here for you. I'll write it down myself and copy and paste. BA. Remember, it's very simple to work out your volumes on this because it's like a $1. It's a $4 stock. It's $4 a share. Don't put 0.1 in now, guys. Now you start putting big numbers in. It's different. 135.09. Have a look at it. Just a second. Just about, yeah. 139.48 and 125.80. I'll just print it out. If you like it, tell me, and I'll put a tick when we've done it. BA buy around 135. It's going up a bit, so maybe hang 5. It's going up a bit as we speak. Maybe make it 30. There we are. SL 139.4. Put 0.50. Make my calculations easier, hey? TP 125.880. Then the risk is what's it now? 139.30, call it. Yeah. If you enter now 50, it's $4.20 per share. 4.2 or rands. What's that? Give me a moment to calculate rands. Good 18. Let's do it straight 18, okay? $75 a share. Or per 0. Or sorry, use 0.1.0 per share. So obviously, if you put in 2, you're risking 150 bucks one. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, we'll have a look at that with pleasure. Yeah. Thanks, John. Good idea. Forgot about the shares. We've been looking for a while. We couldn't find a decent entry. Yeah, and yeah, because a lot of guys don't have that kind of money. We haven't set it out. For yours, yeah, Dow is a short. I see the Nasdaq as a short, and I see the S&P as a short. I like the S&P. Simple reason, a lot of guys are 2 or 3, 4 grand to do it. Aren't on the others. Too rich for the blood. But okay, we'll stick with B8. Anyone like this one? If you don't, fair enough. In doubt, stay out. If you like it, great. If you like it, Adele, good for you. Come on, ladies, come show these guys up. Come on, ladies, you're going to go for it. The men are too scared, eh? Ah, Divan's gone for it. Stuffed that up. John stuffed it up. Right, the guys are ahead now. Good stuff, guys. The battle of the sexes. Anybody else like to join it? Okay, it was quite a few, so we got that one. Nice one. Well done, John. Thanks for a reminder on the share. Okay, what was it? Facebook, not Facebook, you said Meta now. Is it down yet? Bit of guesswork on that because then you're reaching there. So much history to work on. That's about all the history you got, I think. Yeah, that's all the history we got. But yeah, that's a possibility of a short there. Yeah, I quite like that. We'll put that one out. I do quite like that. Yeah. Zeph, yeah. FB, what's FB? It's not Facebook, we don't have it. It's Meta. Unless you got something else than FB. No, it's no more. You don't have that. It's now Meta. Okay, it's Meta. You've got that now. It's not FB, it's Meta. Like Google and Alphabet and that sort of thing, or they still call it Google. Shouldn't have it because we took it off. So we stopped it and put a Meta instead. See that? 9th of June, 22. See that? Just check your dates there, Zeph. Unless you've got another platform with another broker. We shouldn't have it anyway. It's not more, it's now Meta. M-E-T-A. Yeah. I can't get rid of it now. It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So Meta I like. So there's your Facebook one, Meta. For sale again, you go crazy, huh? It's like a stuck bloody record there. Yeah, there we are. So I happen to like that one. Get some shares, eh? When in doubt, John Williams and you guys come to the rescue with some shares, eh? Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a bit higher, out the way. Now about $4 out the way. Make it 134. Is that $4? Just a second. A little bit higher, just to make sure. Okay, we'll make it 136. Make it 136.50. Just write it down and you tell me if you like it or not. 136.50. Sorry. So 136.50. What we're doing here, 132. And we can take it down to, I haven't got much history because it's a new share, remember that. 120, make it 123. How far is that? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll work. All right. If you like that, I'll just put it down for you. Just look up, find it. It's up there. It's printed. Just go up in your chat line. I'll put it up there. Okay. META. Don't forget the dot. Sell around. What's this one? It's going up still, so maybe get a price. Make it 132.15. Might get a better price. See what that can get. Quite about that level anyway. Anyway, well, starts to come off. Make it 10, and if it moves up, we'll tough. Working out on 10. There we are. SL 136.50. TP 123. Risk is what's one to the other? That's 450. Or rand. I'm looking at 18 for you guys. Give me a second. $80. Put 80 rand. 80 rand per 1.0. All right. Yeah, just scroll up. It's already printed the BA one. I'm sure I put it in. I'll just check up there. Yeah, I did. Just scroll up a bit, just above Anya there on the chat line. BA by around 150. Oh, hang on. I think I've already done wrong. You might have a point there. So not 15, am I right? Got that. So I wrote that. That's sorry about that. Be quiet. Right. I got it 135.30. Sorry about that. 135.3 was the entry. That's the EP. If I'll copy and paste it, there we are. Check I've got that written down right. Yeah, hopefully posted again. There you are. Okay, right. You have to go. Okay, Anya, fair enough. See you tomorrow. Yeah, and the meta we've got down as 132. So come off a bit. I think we chased it there. I don't quite like that. So there's the meta if you want it. Come off we speak. Who likes it? Who loves you? If you remember Kojak? Who likes it? The meta one, that is. Yeah, I like them both, so just so you know. Give it a try there, Bill, okay. Just look at GBP CAD. It's insanity. What's it doing up there? Okay, so I've just written it down now, so we've got that one as well. That's why it's always careful these trades. You make sure you got your stop and your position size correct, etc. Because some strange things can happen. It's not the first I've seen something like that. It's got to come off sometimes, a bit more resistance there. Look at the week. If it starts coming off, it's going to be a superb opportunity for a short. Don't know what it's doing up there. I think if it does go, it'll go pretty quick. Okay. If Brent gone up a bit, because that's a possibility. So if you're already on board, obviously don't jump in. But I still see it's below this area here, which is the sell area. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it's not so pretty in the 4 hour, it's a bit above that. Okay. Maybe leave Brent for the time being. You're going to hold on. I think you may just leave it for the moment. Don't get QSO just yet. Okay. You are CHM is trying to come off a bit, but there's not much happening. So they're all a bit quiet. Okay, so any other ones to look at? Apple. I do like it, but I want to see you get a bit of a better price. You might miss that. Get a better price, we'll try that, 143. It pops up again, then have a look at that one. You know how to work it out, put the stop above, TP of the short, and take the from the stop and the entry, and that's your risk per share in dollars. Multiply the exchange, obviously, if you're in rands. Microsoft, I guess, probably sold as well. Yeah, I think it's possible in Microsoft. Nicer up here. I'm not sure we're going to get it. No, I think I'm pushing it a bit now. I think those two are looking good. If you do want to look at some of the others, fine. Baba is a pretty weakish one. Is that jumped enough to get it possible? You see, it's not much seller momentum coming in. Look at 15 minutes. See, try to come off. I think just hang 5 on that one. But this is another possibility to show. I think a great possibility on this one. It's one of the weaker tech stocks. Just wait till it sort of gets up a bit. There's no bad sellers coming in yet. So yeah, unless you want to preempt that and sell it, but I do see downside. You might get a better price. Who knows? The dollar's down to 112.30 now, just so you know. So I think when that starts to bounce, I think it will do. We'll get some great shorts coming in by buying the dollars. Just keep an eye on that going into tomorrow. While you're perusing that, just want to, if you can come up with anything else, guys, in the share, we'll have a look at it with pleasure. While you're doing that, I just want to check and see the pretty sideways at the moment. This, yeah, a bit side. Look at that. That's the Nasdaq with the American markets open. That tells you, and that's why I'm looking at quite a lot. That tells you if that is moving in that sort of range on American markets opening, you can see low volumes and indecision. Look at it. Yeah, I'm afraid it is. It's just ridiculous. The problem is that I'll be honest, I cannot give an intelligent reason. I mean, they might say I don't like trust, the market doesn't like trust, or the other guy, Quasi. But still, when you start putting pressure just after it's been elected prime minister to get out, that is not good for security in the markets, you know, in the pound. So it's, I don't know why. I don't know where it's coming from. Just don't know. Please, stupid Brits, yeah. All the good ones left to go overseas, like myself, you see. Left to the daft ones. I think they should stick to making pop music like the Beatles. Well, you laugh. Look at Australia and New Zealand and Canada, and the United States. Good ones left, and left the bad ones behind. Well, look how successful they were. Look at this. And we said, should I go in for another one? It's coming off, eh, Adele? I said, no, I ain't fine, don't. Thank goodness, eh? Leave that bloody thing alone. Don't even touch it. Surely 157 is going to hold. I've been doing this for a while. The market doesn't confuse me that often, but this one has definitely got me. I feel like a guy just something yesterday. I never heard of stock market. Now I as a trader type at the moment. This has really got me flummoxed. Are they? Thank you, Adele. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Yo. I think that's going to hold. In the same world, I say this is a phenomenal high probability short on this one. Very high probability. It's short. Anyway, so do that. It should be going up actually. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Dollar's weakening. The Canadian's all right, and the Brent's okay. Just don't know what it's doing up there against the Canadian. I can understand a jump there because of the dollar, but it's going to be short bits in my opinion. Keep a strong eye on that one. That get some strength creeping in. Maybe tomorrow we get a great shorting opportunity here. That pound's got to go. It's got to go. There's no rationality like that. Although to be fair, its debt ratio is only 1-to-1, which is a lot better than the States and far better than Japan from that point of view. It's still quite successful. It's got a $50,000 GMP per person, while compared to Cypher is $7,000. So it's not exactly, the grumble, it's not exactly having that tough. Yeah, stupid Brits. Well, at the moment, anyway. I'm going to put an American accent, I think. Okay, right. Well, we managed to get some out. Thanks, guys. I must admit, I came to this session not feeling really, wasn't exactly looking forward to it. Often I do, because I enjoy them. I'm looking forward to this time. I don't take bad news well. Well, you're doing well. I don't want to laugh there, Mr. Stevens. You're doing well. Shepo. I've not been to London recently. I think it's about £6-7 a pint in the local pub. It's ridiculous. Warm beer sloshed across you in a gruff little pub in London, $140. Thanks very much. And that's just coming off. So I reckon you're going to lose S&P myself. I think there's a chance in this one. Put it out of the way, yeah. So where can we put the buddy? Where can we put the? No, we've got this out of the way. Put it down here somewhere. $33. I'll stick to that. Remember, you might get stopped out probably if you don't get it. It doesn't matter. As long as you make a profit, as I say. Here we go again. That's better. I quite like that. Yeah, I do, Del. I quite like that. Anyone like that one? And see the nails are starting to come off. Just quickly check the yields. The yields start to go up at all. Just check, give me a moment. It's got stuck, swiftly refrigerated. Not even, but even the thing got stuck now. A little bit low, but still the NASDAQ seem to be coming off. Yeah. I have to say I quite like this one. Got a wide stop allowed to jump around a bit, but I think that's not too bad. It's got a couple of people like it. Anybody else like it? Okay, I've written it down now. That's good enough. Right, see how those go. I think I might miss gold. I'm a bit chicken on it, but I'm not quite sure why it's coming off a bit. Because, as I say, the yields are down and so the DXY. So I'm not quite sure it's down. I thought we might get a better price of gold. Might be delayed, but I think if we get above 1670, we can look at a short on that one. If we don't, well, tough, we missed it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Chase it here. I'm kind of get a risk reward anyway. Okay, good. So we've got something there. Well done, guys. Okay, any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Any questions? Still going up this thing. Can I knock it off? Got it. Remember, always bring a pen and paper to write the stuff down. Markets move. It's not moving that quickly, but if it's moving quickly, you want to get into something, get into the position, and then put your stop loss and TP after you're in. So you're not taking time with the market moving to miss out on it. So I normally just go into the buy or sell and get some TP in afterwards on the modification idea. Okay, should all have that. So I'll knock that off. This is really starting to bug me. It's bugging you, Adele. It's doing to me. I'm not only having stopped out, it's still bugging me anyway. Because I want to short that damn thing. I don't know what it's doing there. If you're in it, don't suggest you do it. You can find out. You have stress that adding to it, you know. Well, yeah, I can, with pleasure, yeah. DXY's come off a bit and see that should be going up. Should get the area to short it just now. Yeah, 1 second issue. Yeah, it's the DXY is going up, so don't short it yet. We need to get a bounce. Maybe we get to 112 and bounce, then to short it. It's getting a great opportunity on this one to short. I agree with you. A little bit cautious now. Don't chase it now. We've still got a momentum up for the reason I gave, so don't chase it now. But if you're in it already, well, you are. What else what to say? Euro CHF. We're already in that one. We got this on Friday, and we got in at where is it now? Euro CHF. What do we get on this one? Euro CHF. Oh yeah, we got this on Friday at 97.70. So it's popped up a bit. Was down. It's popped up about 10 pips, but it's been sitting, jumping around. Look at those candles. Back up resistance there. If you're in it, hold on. If you're not in it, it's possible to be short, I think. I'm not sure that we're going to have sustained move up. It's in the neutral zone. It's between the 200 and the 50. So it's in the neutral zone. So buy it or sell it. You might want to buy it. That's your choice. I think I'm sticking with guns with the sell we got on it. So yeah, but if you haven't got it, you like to sell, there's an opportunity for you. I definitely see downside on this. But just remember, the speed of the NASDAQ, or rather the lack of the speed of the NASDAQ, shows a lot of confusion decision out there. When that happens, just be aware. You can't ask anybody because they all just come up with I've said. Or they might think up for some reason, but I can think of a reason with it back there. Okay, Jerry, good stuff. At least you joined us. Hope you've benefited a little bit. Okay, right. I just want to quickly check the BA. 134.09. What do we do with that? That's all right, eh? 135.30. What marks? Yeah. Nice one. Meta, what's that doing at the moment? What are we going on Meta? 132. Meta 131.02. So at least that's doing okay. So let's put a sunshine there. So we get some more. S&P, about the same. So quiet, never mind. We've got 2 sunshine. And yeah. Euro CHF, I think there's a possibility of a bit of downside there. Might ease up to a 98 round figure. But I think that's going to hold. The 200 on that, but anyway, I think it's going to hold. So if anyone's not on board and wants to take advantage of it, there you go. Bit of a range on it. 4 hour. Not much of a confirmation. The sales are coming as it tries to put its head up, isn't it? It's not getting a lot of follow through. It seems to be normal that. We'll want to follow through, but still. It might get the round figure, but anyway, I do see downside. That's fair enough, Dave. We know the one that will keep you very busy, or mention anyway. But in all standard, it's got to come back at Dell, and then it's going to come off. It's just a question of gritting the teeth, as I said. I'll speak just now afterwards, anyway. Sure. Okay, cheers. I'll chat just now. Okay, any other trades, any other shares you'd like to look at? I think F-Stop is a nice one, but I think that ship sailed. Yeah, I will leave that alone for the time. That ship sailed. We looked at big tech stocks. I've done Amazon for a while. Not a lot of history. Only split the shares not so long ago. I think Amazon's got a chance of coming off as well, and maybe Google as well. Anyone want to chase those two? A bit of support there to come off. Just quickly check the 1 hour. Yep, some sellers coming in. Remember, this is not, it says 4 hour chart. It's only open an hour and a half. Don't forget. It's actually that counts an hour and a half. Don't forget. I think that's a possibility. And look at Google. Maybe a bit overcooked Google. Come off quite a bit. I know that. Maybe get a bit of sideways on that. I'm not that confident about it, but I see downside there. But I think you've got those two, not get too cute. But if you like them, well, get cute with it. Just tell me. Okay, guys, there's not many people left in the room at the moment. It's a bit quiet. Anything else you want me to go over and discuss? Anything you want to ask about? Cheers, Petro. Yeah, you'd be great. Anybody else? Otherwise, if we haven't, I'm going to close it off and get some decent action tomorrow. I'm here to help, of course, but if your questions are all answered, but yeah, snail racing is not my favorite occupation. Okay, so should we catch you guys tomorrow? Any other guys want discussing? I'm here. I mean, so I have to do that, but if I don't want to waffle on, Schiffer, great to have you back. Anyone discuss anything, or should we catch it tomorrow? What do you think? I'll say, John, thanks again for running the share. Well done. Of course I can, with pleasure. So I'm here for any requests. Absolutely. I'm not rushing to shooting off to say I don't want to sit there and talk rubbish. You know? GBP USD. My only worry, like I said, you've got the DXY, Divine. Printed enough time, you should have it. And as I said, touching the chart a bit, it's down 112.17. Dropped down quite violently. I think 112 will probably hold, and we should get a bounce. I think you might be preoccupied, preempting it, sorry, by jumping in now. You might get lucky and get this area here to set it. One, maybe just above this sort of area. It might even get to the 50. If it gets there, I'm pretty sure that's going to hold. I do not see that shooting through. So I think it's a good chance we might get a decent sell there. And on the euro dollar, yeah, I just hang 5. That's a long way away. That just hang 5 in the euro dollar. We want to watch that DXY. Okay. Just dollar showing a bit of weakness at the moment. So GBP USD, I think wait on it. But if you want to preempt it, it's up to you. But I think you might get a better price. But I can't. Obviously, I don't know. I can't guarantee it. I like the way you put it. Let's keep some gunpowder dry for the Wild West tomorrow. So we agreed on that, John. Yeah. Okay. Busy playing hide and seek. I like that. Good way of putting it. It's playing bloody hide and seek. Playing irritational hide and seek. It's trying to move down. Look at shorter term chart. Try to bump up, came off. Indecision, down. Try to go up, sales are coming in. Might have another last push up before it comes down, but it's trying to move down, yeah. I know a lot of guys that bought it to the 10.5 to 11, took their profit and shorting it down. And a lot of guys are doing it, so it could preempt it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. There's a lot of sellers that will go down, a lot of buyers go up. Nothing to do with good or bad. It is, you understand that. I'm looking to sell, but I just want to try and get a better price. I'll repeat that. The DXY is low. So we're waiting for a bounce on the DXY before we sell it. We don't want to be buying it, no. Sounds like you might not have it, so I'm going to put it on for you. You've got to have this, otherwise you're flying blind. Okay, second. There. Keep that, copy paste it. I'll put the other one as well now I'm at it. It's the economic, I'll put all 3 on again, why not? That's the economic calendar, filtered for you, so you have all the unimportant stuff on there. And I'll put in the yields on the 10-year note for you as well. Keep them, very important. If you haven't got it, you've got to have it, all of them. There you are. So we're on the same page. But yeah, euro dollar, GBP dollar, all setting up for sell. Wait till we get a bounce on the DXY. Yeah, good stuff, Devon. But this one, I see, if you like this, you've got to put a stop around about 11,200 or slightly higher and take down to 10.5 rather. But if you haven't got them, I don't touch it. Go to the S&P. Got that out already, rather than join that one. Okay, great. Anything else, guys? Aha. Right, I just refreshed the yield back up to 3.96% on which, as it moves up, it is bad for the indices. So the shares should start coming off a bit now. Be pleased to know. That's a theory anyway. Okay, guys. Right. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Hope we get a bit more action. The plane's dry by then, and we get some action. Yeah. So it's coming off. That's great. Had a couple of guys who asked me about it. It's coming off. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Catch you guys tomorrow. Hope we get some action. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Chepo, for joining us. And see if these trades come right today and into tomorrow. Thanks, Ed.